I'm gonna take our first caller, the Jared. How are you doing, Jared?
Hey, bro, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Pleased with the performance. How are you doing it?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, man. I just want to touch on a few key things I saw in the game. Of course, I want to talk about Nuno Tavares first. I'm very pleased with his performance. Of course, he made some errors and whatnot, yes, but overall, he was dogged. He was making some good forward run. Sorry, he was helping the press. I was very pleased with his performance. Party was solid. But there was a few instances where he lost the ball, he won it back. Of course, Aubameyang scoring again, so that's great to see, and great to see goals coming from other players from the team aside from Aubameyang. That is something that we've been lacking and having a serious issue with. So I'm very pleased to see that, and may it long continue. That other guys now could put in the goals, and we could get performances like this. And I'm very grateful as well too that after scoring 1-0, we still try to win the game and not try to defend from so early like we did in Palace. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, bro. The question is, do you think we played absolutely so well today, or do you think it was courtesy of Aston Villa also being absolute? Because I feel like there's a big difference between the Aston Villa we played last season
correct.
and the Aston Villa we played today. But do you think maybe it's also a factor that they played poorly today?
Yeah, I was shocked. I was very shocked because in some of my previews and other channels I was on, we were expecting the midfield of Aston Villa to be a bit menacing and to be more of a threat, but they were poor. They were only good up until when Bailey came on. When Bailey came on, he added something extra, of course, which Bailey does. But yeah, I think they were very poor. But we did not set back into our own ways. As I said, we did not just try to defend on the game. Really dominated the first half. It's been a while since we just dominated, like completely even since the Tottenham game, we completely
Yeah, absolutely.
dominated the first half. Of course, the second half we kind of let them back in the game as always, but we held on and there was some good game management.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no one can take away the fact that we played a mature, beautiful game. It was a very, very good way to bounce back in front of the fans, especially after that awful performance against Crystal Palace. But next in line is is Leicester City. Sorry.
Yes.
Do you think we can put up the same performance? Do you think it's are you convinced we can put up the same performance probably against the likes of Tillemans, the likes of Somare, because they're also not really good, Leicester, this season, but they just thumped Manchester United 4-2, and yeah, I mean that for me makes me afraid.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the attacking is very good. The defense is not too hot. Because them not having the best season so far. I'm to going away to the King Power. That will be very tricky, especially now that Daka is firing, Ian Nacho is firing, Vardy is firing, and Ian Nacho and Vardy is working very well now. Finally, Rogers got it right. But again, we have to look at what we have. We have Gabriel looking very solid in the back. Ramsdale communicating. He's commanded the defense. I think we have a better chance. A better chance. I'm confident. I'm confident because I was confident in this game. I'm confident, but it will obviously be a taller and harder task. And Leicester not going to perform like Aston Villa. They're going to be on it, and we are going to be. It's going to be a full 90-minute match. It's not going to be patches. They're going to be on it right through.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, I'm just gonna ask you after this performance, one question. After this performance that you have seen today, if you had a chance to add one player in January, who would that be, and which position would you go for?
Oh, put me off guard there. Okay, let me be quick, let me be quick. One player that we should add. It doesn't have to be realistic, right? You mean like a realistic with finances or just one player that we need for sure, for sure. For me, honestly, I would take Renato Sanchez.
Mm, mm, mm.
I would take a player like him, right? I will definitely take somebody like him in the midfield. I think the midfield is the most important thing right now. We need someone who will keep the ball ticking, and help party out. We need that. So I'll take Renato Sanchez. If I doubt it's possible, but yeah, that's the kind of player that, or someone of his ilk. If not him, but
Yeah,
someone
I
like
mean,
him.
yeah, if you take injuries away from his career, he's a great
Yeah.
player, great ball carrier. I think it's only injuries that are just affecting his career. Away from that, he's a great player, and he would also solve the creativity problem because I think however much we are doing well, we still lack the creativity part of it. Do you feel that we
I
still lack
agree.
you know clear cut chances to
Yes.
Aubameyang to
Yes.
Lacazette?
Even Saka, that chance. I mean, I'm not faulting
Yeah.
Saka. I think we are burning out Saka, so I'm not going to fault Saka. I will never say Saka had a bad game. I mean, it wasn't great, but I'm not on his back because we are burning him out. But that chance today with the one-on-one with Martinez, yeah, he should have done a little better because he can do better. We've seen it playing with England, and we've seen it before with Arsenal. But yeah, we're lacking, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if Aubameyang does not score, we're in trouble. That's what it's looking like, and we have to work on that. We have to try and get more goals from the midfield. Smith has to start scoring. Odegaard has to start scoring. Yeah, we have to work on that.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you so much for coming on.
I'm sure. Hey, thanks, man. Make up, Kasi, man.
All right. Thank you so much. That has been Jarrod. Of course, great thoughts, and it's a great opportunity to have your thoughts on and match reactions on it. It always happens when we have a game. You guys can call in, get your reactions in, get your thoughts in. Quincy says Tierney's decline may be a sign that he needs rest. I cannot disagree. Cannot disagree. He's played a couple of games. Especially for Scotland, for Arsenal. He might need to rest, and I would really not disagree with that. Arsenal is too big, for Mikel Arteta. For me, I can't disagree. I said that in my last match, press conference. Sorry, match reaction, and I'll upload my thoughts as well. I will really upload my thoughts as well. But I still feel Arsenal need to get a proper manager. At the moment, I would go for House and Awa. It's according to a team. I mean, Awa in January. I don't know if I don't know the availability. It could be he could be available. It could be not available. I mean, it's tricky. But make sure you call in. I need the likes of Purpose. I need the likes of look. I don't remember where I remember you guys, but I don't remember where you went. But make sure you call in. The likes of HJ, make sure you do call in and give me your thoughts before we close this show. I'll be uploading player ratings. I'll be uploading 6 things we learned, Mikel Arteta's press conference and the reaction, and obviously my fan cam. So a lot of content is still to come. Yo, and make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. As we close, probably let's get into the positives that I saw in this game, and some of them I've really spoken about them. So positives. I mean, there were so many. There's so many in that game. I'm just gonna point around 3 or 4 positives that I think stood out. One is the fact that Partey bounced back. I mean, at times you don't need to bury your head in the sun. You don't need to bury your head in the sun. Yes, he had a bad game. He had an absolute stink against Crystal Palace. And actually, Partey and Lokonga, I'll give credit to Mikel Arteta because he starts them in the fall. I mean, probably he never had much of a choice, but he started them in a game. 3 days after they cost us 3 points, or they cost us 2 points, and he started them. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. So the fact that Partey takes his chance, scores his first goal, it's an absolute positive. He held his head high. He doesn't bury his head in the sand. He decides to go all out. He says, you know what, I'm gonna do whatever it takes, to rise up. I'm not going to, I'm not going to bury myself in the sun. I'm not even going to try to, hide. Yes, it was a bad performance against Crystal Palace, but I've got to bounce back. And when he bounced back, he leads the club to a victory, 3-1 at home against Crystal Palace, against Aston Villa. Partey was a positive, very very good person. No, very very good, but positive. The other positive, why not? The bounce back, the bouncing back. Look, I mean, at times it's hard when you lose points. It's hard to the reaction at times doesn't come that easy, and we know it, right? Football, as we know it, that's the best part of football, the jeopardy, right? I mean, if look, just imagine. Just imagine if United lose their next 3 fixtures. That is, to be precise, if they lose to Liverpool, right? If they lose to Liverpool and probably draw against Tottenham and then lose to Manchester City, we will be ahead of them. I mean, that's the jeopardy. That's the jeopardy in the game, right? And that's what makes football, really fascinating. But the fact that you can beat the risks, you can beat the jeopardy, and get yourself, up there. For me, was another positive. We bounced back, right? We really, 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 we really, really bounced back. Moody night, bro. These are going to, Malik says, if Arsenal did not win, what will you have said after loss to Brighton and Palace, a club that is not in Euro, no fatigue. We still need. Malik, I said that already. We need a better manager. We need a better manager. We are not represented anywhere. We do actually not represented, but we do not have obligations in Europe, right? We do not have obligations in Europe. That means we've got to hold our heads high and get in performances that are acceptable. But what I'm saying is the positive is the fact that you bounce back, because we ask the fans. We want to be part of the top 10. We want to be part of the top 8, top 6, top 4, and probably win the title, right? So the bounce back for me is kind of resilient, right? It's kind of resilience, that energy, that extra energy to bounce back. I love the resilience. Why not? Right? So guys, brilliant night. It's been a brilliant night for the fans, especially for the fans. So smash a like on the video, people. Smash a like on the video if you know we won, and we because I'm dedicating this win. I didn't get the win, but I'm dedicating the win to all Arsenal fans out there. If you feel like we did it for you, smash a like on the video so that we can beat all the haters around there, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. My fan cam is coming on. I'll be uploading my player ratings, 6 things we learned, and obviously I'll have a trend. I think I will restream this. If you want to watch it again, if you have a friend you want to recommend that has not watched it again, please do. I'm going to restream this, I think at around 4 or 5, and I'll call it an episode.